What up, y'all? So, back at it again. I'm taking a quick break from the Legend run to try out some of these class set cards. I've gotten through a couple of the different classes. I'm on to Druid now. It seems like so far the consensus is that Merithra Druid could just throw some of these cards in there and it is upgraded. So it seems pretty reasonable so far because stuff like Heartroot Stones seems pretty awesome. 3 mana would then draw you 2 cards and gain 6 armor. Seems pretty reasonable. We also have Wizened Wildspeaker, so that's going to refresh 3 mana crystals on turn 5, or whenever you play, just as long as you didn't play a minion the turn before. So pretty solid. I mean, it's a 2 mana 3/7 with Taunt if you get to refresh those mana crystals, which is incredibly powerful and does align with kind of the theme of this deck, which is playing stuff that's just kind of busted for its mana cost. And you're still playing Acceleration Aura and Felwood Treant, so you're getting some decent advancements in your mana there. But then you're playing stuff like Ysera, Lifebloom. I'm tempted to play double Lifebloom instead of Ysera, but you know, it is what it is. We're kind of going a little bit wider rather than getting more focused on some stuff because Lifebloom seems like it could be a little more defensive and kind of hit or miss depending on what minions you get. And Shaladrassil really interesting in here. I'm not sure if you really want it since Merithra is the 8-drop that you need to trigger Elise. So I'm thinking Shaladrassil and Ysera might be worth changing into something else just to see how good Lifebloom is. But we're just going to try a one of and not go super heavy into it. But otherwise, a lot of decent stuff. The only other one in here from the class set is Bashana. And this one's really cool because it basically gives you 1 mana 2/2 that then has a nature spell carved into it. So it can be anything from Innervate to, you know, all sorts of stuff like Lifebloom or anything. And it's going to cost 1 mana. So a lot of value there, which I think goes right in line with the stuff in this deck already. So we'll see what happens. Part of me kind of wants to play a version of this deck that's playing like Broodmother, the 3-drop dragon that refreshes mana crystals, because that gives you more chances to get Broodwatcher on curve on turn 4. The more minions you put in here, the worse things like the Wildspeaker and Heartroot Stones are. So there is that aspect to it, but you know, kind of hard to say what the best route to go is. But seems like a lot of value, so let's see what we can do with some games.
Hazelbark versus Fairy.
Alright, Paladin should be cool. I'm guessing this is probably a class set Paladin, because that's actually one of my favorite decks at the moment, is that the Paladin class set cards kind of just worked into a pretty standard aggressive Paladin build. Don't think we're going to do this or this. This guy's normally just a keep because getting him out there on turn 3, 4, something like that is usually pretty strong. Nice. Alright, this is a decent hand.
The light dims, but we fight.
Well, they've already got a flight maneuvers over there. Oof, and a Treasure Gill into Acceleration Aura, into Convalescence. That's something I really like right now. Treasure Gill into Convalescence is really strong. Because look at this board now. What do I even do against this? I think we're going to do this. Oh wow, so they're just like straight aggro paladin is what it looks like. If they're playing Dreambound Raptor. Alright, so we're pretty cooked here. We're just... we are barbecued and skewered. What do you even do against this, you know?
done.
Yeah, they're going to play flight maneuvers, bash for a bunch. Kind of hard to do anything. Yeah, it's the only bad thing about these Druid decks is they don't really have a way to counteract when your opponent goes wide. Because just spamming the board like this, normally many decks have some kind of a board wipe type effect, something that'll deal 1 or 2 damage to all minions or enemy minions or something, but Druid is really lacking in that respect. They took away Swipe, which I think was a pretty big failure on Blizzard's part. Swipe would make Druid a very reasonable choice for this metagame. Well, we can survive one more turn, it looks like. We're not going to be able to spend 8 mana. Yeah, I don't think anything's going to make much difference here. Yes. Yeah, I think we're just dead. I guess if I draw a 3-drop, I can Innervate, play that, and Broodwatcher, making 2 3/3 taunts, but 1, 2. I think yeah, I'm still dead if I do that. Or I guess I could even go like this.
If I must.
But I think we're still just dead, because they go dude, and then they've got 11 here, I'm at 10, so...
Impressively done.
Crazy game. Alright, that's really ridiculous. Just actually insane. Violet Treasurekill into Convalescence is nuts. And... yeah, this is the deck that I think I'm going to be playing for the rest of the Legend run, is my guess. The Violet Treasurekill into Convalescence is a huge benefit. I don't think I'm going to be playing like Dreambound Raptor. I'll probably be playing a little bit more mid-range, but still something in that ballpark. So, alright, 0-1. Let's see if I can get a better matchup.
Hazelbark versus Horn.
Well, as expected, I think I'm playing against a lot of other people testing the new class cards also. So, very likely this is going to be the Hunter one. And the Hunter class cards make it so that your animal companions summon a beast that costs more, or they can summon more companions. Just not sure how good it actually is. I think I've played against it once when I was... I played against it once when I was running Leyline Mage and testing that out. So I'm unsure how reasonable the strategy actually is, but I don't know. It's something, I guess.
Yes.
So I need to spend 4 mana for that. So I could go like Coin Hero Power turn 1, turn 2, Hero Power again. Then turn 3 I've got this guy, which would be 6 mana that I've spent So on turn 4, I'd be close to this. It's not great. I just don't think I can justify that. It feels like a waste of some resources.
All better.
Okay, they are imbuing as expected. Yeah, we're just gonna go like this. I'm tempted to hit this, but I feel like that's just the wrong way to go. Yeah, for the most part, when you're playing this Druid deck, it's very, like, it leans control, but it's kind of mid-range.
Junk on that, scary. Junk of fun.
Well then. That's a little scary. Neri can get out of hand very quickly. So there's some value there. Bashana's not bad, so I'll have 5 mana next turn. I can play this in 2 turns. Seems okay. It's better than the other 2 cards, that's for sure.
If I must.
We'll see if their Neri does anything crazy here, though, because that's got so much potential here. Yeah, double tracking seems good. Yeah, the removal in this format is very underwhelming. Like, Ebb and Flow, it's not it. Just really ain't it. What else do we have? Like, Paladin doesn't really have much removal. Death Knight has the, what is it, experimental animation, 4 damage to all enemy minions, but I think that costs, what, 6 mana? Something like that?
There, all better.
Demon Hunter has some decent removal. I think that's part of why it's still a reasonable class to play, but they got no help from any of the class sets. Okay, so I did play a minion last turn, so this will not refresh. This is 1 mana away from... Yeah, I think I just play this. That makes Broodwatcher active whenever I play it. That also means next turn I can play Bashana. Could also just throw Underking out there. That might be a good way to get rid of Neri. Well, was a good way to get rid of Neri before the taunt minion. Yeah, maybe this is just the way to go. I feel like the power level of this card is really high, so if you can play it, you might as well. Broodwatcher is also very strong when you got the whole thing going.
Time is short.
Okay then. You're taking some damage. I'm just going to go face because I don't think we can reasonably make much impact with that Ebb and Flow, and but that gives us more mana here on Merithra, which was the main purpose there, because I don't think Ebb and Flow is going to make too much of a difference in this game. I think the armor is probably better than the 3 damage that it deals even. Every now and then, obviously, it'll take out something kind of problematic, but They get, what, a tracking and a tame pet? Oh, and a Sands of Time, sure.
My hand is too full.
Ouch. Alright, they're down to 10 cards in their deck, whereas I have 20. It's very interesting.
Time is short.
The Earth Mother cradles us.
Alright, Reforestation. Either draw a spell or draw a minion. Life Cycle. Life Cycle could be okay. I could get rid of Neri with that. Or Muradin's Last Stand. Hello. That's pretty crazy. Well, we can innervate and play one of them. I think Life Cycle's probably best just to make sure Neri doesn't give them any more value. Because they do have a stacked hand over there. That is a fine replacement. Ooh, and they lost a Call of the Wild? That's nice. That's very good for me. Call of the Wild is one of the big finishers for that deck. Oh. Well, Magma's not good. Let's see, I have 10 here. Guess I gotta do this. Might as well draw some cards first. And there's an Ebb and Flow, nice. Oh, we do have to get rid of that guy first, okay. Alright, Forest Gift is handy. Okay, Magma dealt with, and got a Shaladrassil off of that. Not bad. And we're still sitting pretty good at 31 life.
Kneel before the strength of the wild.
Alright, not bad.
Forces of nightmare.
Ooh, that's pretty good. So this will give me Dream, which will bounce a card. Yeah, I think that's the best way to go about this here, sadly. So we can bounce that out the way. So at the very least they have to play it again, which will give me an extra turn to figure out what I'm doing. And if I Ysera Awakens, that'll take care of this guy, thank goodness. Alright, so we're alive for now. Probably gonna throw Underking out there. Oh, good God, okay. Alright, that's very bad. They got Tortola off of that. Okay, so maybe Hunter's a little better than I gave it credit for. Being able to just make omens and tortolas and all this is pretty darn good.
What was I thinking of again?
What would even do anything here? Summons 2 random 8-cost minions. I mean, is that gonna matter? I guess let's find out.
State your business with the parents.
Oh, it's something. Why not? Seems like we're probably not going to make it through, so might as well give us some extra, some extra little defense there. What else? Sure.
Our courage will not wane.
Whoo! And they're just playing that card normally. Okay. Alright. Hunter's better than expected. Much better than expected. And Druid is much worse than expected. So, 0-2. Very surprising. Let's get one more game in and see if I can salvage this with a win.
Hazelbark versus Nemzi.
Alright, into a Warlock is interesting.
Fun!
Here for a lesson?
I'm not sure if Broodwatcher is a keep in this deck. When you play Brood Mother, it's much more reasonable to keep Broodwatcher because you can hit it on curve. I don't know if it's correct in this. I think I'm going to throw it back and see what happens here, but I'm a little unsure. Seems like great card advantage so far. Heartroot Stone, Reforestation. Horn of Plenty is a really good card. I like that card so much. Yeah, drawn well. Whew. Okay, things just got a little crazier. Alright, next turn I can Bashana. Yeah, they're just doing what they do over there. Yeah, Egg Warlock is a thing. Not one of the better decks in the format, but sometimes it just steals a win when you are not prepared for it. I'm thinking Bashana's probably the way to go. Only problem is this thing eating more eggs is not good. I guess let's do this first. And not what we wanted.
Our tunnels run thunder.
Yeah, as much as I want to play Bashana, I don't think I can leave that out there in good conscience and just let them continue to eat their own eggs. Obviously, there's 4 more cracks until it actually gets to the 2020, but they can do a lot of busted things if you just give them enough room. Alright, continuing to eat the eggs. Sure.
The Earth Mother cradles us.
Shaladrassil, okay then. Ebb and Flow, nice. And Moss Binding. So we're going to Ebb and Flow this. That helps a little bit. And then what else here?
You know.
Twilight falls across Azeroth.
Feel her strength.
You know.
Yeah, this is a really awkward spot, but I think I can probably hold them off a little bit, considering the double Broodwatcher. And, I don't know, the Shaladrassil here could be okay. I could end up bouncing the 2020. Obviously, bouncing it is a temporary solution, but... Ooh, that's rough. Okay, we're just pretty dead now. It's a little surprising. I hope they have a minion to put next to their guy, because otherwise it's going to eat their 2020.
Oh no.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that tells me that they very likely play the Animancer combo. And they're stacking. Okay, this is not good. Well. Huh. Ebb and Flow helps, I guess? Underking probably helps a little more.
Our tunnels run underfoot.
You know. If I must.
Yeah, I think no matter how I slice it, they just got me there, so that's the way it works. Unfortunate, going 0-3 with these new class sets for Druid, but I'm actually not a big fan of this card. This Wildspeaker is not as good as I expected. It's a little too situational, it seems. Maybe it just has to go in something that's a little bit more spell-heavy, which doesn't seem like the ideal version of Druid right now, so I don't know. Interesting stuff, at least. So this is seeming like Druid is actually the worst of the class cards that we just got, or the worst of the cards in the class set, and Leyline Mage pretty close, but I think Leyline Mage might have gotten better cards than the Druid set. Heartroot Stones seems really good, but I don't think any of this really makes a big difference, whereas the cards for Hunter and Paladin seems to make a much bigger difference in the format. So like I said earlier in the video, I'm definitely going to be playing more of the Paladin cards, because I think that's pretty much just where the most power is consolidated in this format, sadly. And I mean, we'll see how long that lasts. I wouldn't be surprised if we see more balance changes and just more weird stuff coming from Blizzard, because this metagame is all sorts of messed up, and I think they know it. I just don't think they know what to do about it. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. But Legend Run should be finishing up pretty soon. Took a break for the Legend Run to try these cards out just to see what kind of stuff I would be playing against. So going to be hitting it again from Diamond 9 pretty soon. So definitely watch the other videos on the channel. Got the class set for Paladin, Mage, and I guess I got to do Hunter now. I didn't think it was very good, but seems we're trying at least. So peace and love, guys. Catch you next time.